Hello, hi, Sarah from The Upcoming. Pleasure to have you here with us in Marrakech. Maybe we could begin with a brief introduction to Excursion. What can people expect when they watch your film?
I can tell you what I would like them to come out with. I would like them to come out with questions and lots of reflections, and I would like them to come out with like a desire to actually create a better environment for young girls in general to grow up in and approach their sexuality with equal kind of a understanding as they do with young boys.
And can you tell us a bit about the character you play? What was the appeal for you on taking on the role and how did you prepare for it?
I think it's a very special character because she sort of symbolizes growing up and what it's like to grow up not only in Bosnia but around the world, because she sort of portrays a really universal experience in wanting to be accepted and in wanting to find your place in your community. And I really feel like it would benefit everybody to watch the movie because they could see themselves in the character.
And tell us a bit about the making of it. What were some of the highlights, but maybe some of the challenges along the way?
Lots of highlights. You know, the film it has like 90% of teenagers, so I guess spending time with them is always fun, and they kind of take the edge off, also of kind of the seriousness of work and getting to know all of them. That's kind of a really feeds you as a filmmaker in the process, which is very laborious and very. The challenge is always the time. You know, like you always miss more. You always need more time, and I guess. For me, there was also a matter of actually kind of making everybody very relaxed and not try to interpret other people's acting in the sense that kind of to be naturalistic and just be in the scene rather than kind of have a pretense. So, but otherwise. Oh, lots of fun.
Yeah, it was a very fun experience for me. I got to meet a whole lot of new people that do that work in an industry that I'm very interested in. I'd say that was the biggest positive in this. It was not only that I got to be a part of telling a story that I feel needs to be told, but it's also the fact that I got to meet so many new and interesting people. It was challenging to do because there are a few dramatic elements in the movie, but for every little challenging thing that there were 10,000 exciting and interesting and new things for me to do, and it balanced out very quickly.
And how does it feel to have the film here in competition and, you know, particularly having such a female-led film and, you know, it does feel like there's more appetite and there's much more opportunity for female-led films out there at the moment?
I'm very excited. I found out during the first kind of a press round that there are more. The majority of films are by female directors, and I'd like to think that it's an unconscious decision by the festival, because that's how it's supposed to be, really. That female stories and stories of otherness is kind of are more present in the festivals and means more supported and more voiced and. So very, very excited, very happy. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I hope I will get to see some of them at least, but it's actually, like opening up to other subjects and other characters and other stories. It actually enlarges our empathy, and the more distant we are from the subject, the more we should actually be willing to approach it and walk in other people's shoes to kind of enlarge our humanity. That's the goal.
It's an honor to be here because the point of this is to come together with different stories from different people and to broaden your horizons, and I feel like this is a wonderful opportunity, and it's an honor to be here to be able to do that and to be able to share our own story. Okay. Yes, this is my first movie, and it's it's such a privilege to be able for your first project to be something that you feel connected to and something that you really feel is worth watching, and that's why I'm so glad that it's getting the recognition that it deserves.
We call Excursion this kind of a famous strip at the end of the elementary school, but also Excursion means a short kind of a detour, an outing somewhere, and in a psychological sense that it is for her somewhere where she goes on a metaphorical journey and comes back and it's changed. So it kind of fitted in, and I didn't want it to change it from the context of this particular trip that we call Excursion, even though it's a longer trip. It's absolutely wonderful. We opened the competition program, so it's very, very much honored to be invited to the festival and enjoying the atmosphere. It's really exciting, and it's a wonderful place to be. So I'm very happy.
It's an honor to be here. I'm just so excited to do as much as I can and to have so many people watch our movie and all the other movies that are absolutely incredible. I'm just so excited.
Well, the film is about a girl, 15-year-old from Sarajevo, who is together with her class is getting ready for a school, very traditional school trip, and in the midst of that, she confirms a rumor that she has slept with a boy who's a bit older than her, and then it's a lie, and then it kind of snowballs from that. It's a film about a Bosnian society and a critique on the way it pays very little attention to young girls growing up and explores how do they actually discover their nascent sexuality in a place. It's absolutely a modern story because it talks about a contemporary society, and I think a lot of the story is very universal. It very much belongs to kind of every teenager and that very kind of a delicate period, but it's also set in an environment which is more and more polarized, and I think a lot of countries can see themselves in that, and the way we kind of stand collectively in raising the young people and especially young girls is very much a responsibility. And what I really wanted to show with the film is like how interconnected different elements of the society are in that matter.